This is a 2021 Chevrolet Suburban, and it's in the Premier Trim Edition, and today we're going to review it. Today we're working with our friends at Mankato Motors Chevrolet in Mankato, Minnesota. Hey folks, I'm Rob.
And I'm Nathan.
And we are Two Guys in a Ride. Say, Nate, what are we taking a look at today?
Today, folks, we're taking a look at the 2021 Chevrolet Suburban, and this is the Premier trim level.
Oh boy, and it's beautiful, I gotta tell you. But say, before we take a look at it, if you want to keep up to date with all the new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and you want to know how to use all the infotainment systems that are built into this beautiful vehicle, plus you like cool collector car stories,
take a moment, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell notification so you never miss a video.
That's right. So, what do you say, Nate?
Let's go for a ride.
Yes, sirree.
So, the first thing I noticed here on the drive is just, again, you know, it's a Suburban, but how high you sit up. You know, this is a full-sized SUV as compared to a mid-size, and there is a distinct difference. And one of those is height. I like being elevated when I'm driving in traffic. That's really nice. Now, in terms of the interior, where everything is laid out, well, you know, everything you could possibly want. Again, it's right on your steering wheel control, including voice command. You do have a beautiful heads-up display that's very large and easy to read, so that's got a lot of information right in front of you. And you know, if you need to, well, you've got the infotainment screen right next to you, and then all of your climate controls are physical. The ride, wow, you know, for a full-size SUV, this feels like a luxury ride. Minimal road noise, very well insulated, and comfortable. Both seats have multi-way power adjustment, so you can get it to any position you need, but very, very comfortable overall. And just the ride itself is good. Now, the steering on it is not over boosted. It feels really nice. It feels like you have a good firm control of your front tires. That being said, it's also easy in a slow turn to turn the wheel if you're going to park or something. Speaking of which, parking, well, it's got the 360 camera system and parking sensors front and rear, and it couldn't be easier to park. Now, in terms of getting in and out, well, to get in this, you're going to go up. It isn't a sit down, it's a step up. But doors open nice and wide for both the driver passenger and then the second row. So you got grab handles, making it relatively easy to get in and out. So, wow, I love this. I do. And coming up next, Rob's going to take it for a ride and give you his opinion.
My turn to drive. First off, this is a big, beautiful vehicle. Absolutely love it. Gorgeous inside. I like the white. I like this maple sugar colored interior as well. Sound extremely quiet. I mean, it's a big giant box on wheels, but they have done a tremendous job in deadening all of the reverb and vibration and boxiness and just echoing of something you would think this big that it would have. Lots of safety systems. Love the camera. It's got pedestrian detection, backup pedestrian detection as well. It's got cross traffic alert, ABS, so many technological safety features that it's just amazing, and I'll cover those in full on my exterior review. Fit and finish, very nicely done, Chevrolet. Very nice. It's an absolutely gorgeous interior. Lots of soft touch materials everywhere you can place your hand or your arm. Soft touch everywhere. The color combination, I'm partial to this lighter color. You've got the, you've got the wood grain. It's fake, but it isn't overly done. It looks really nice. And then you've got enough of the chrome and the brushed chrome and the matte black. Very nice. Love it. Looks very, very good. Overall, I think it's a hit. I liked the previous generation Suburban and Tahoe, but I think this has gone even further and it's yet even nicer. All right, let's see how the ride is over some railroad tracks here. Okay, what railroad tracks? That was not bad at all. So I think we're going to get a chance right here to see a little bit of the acceleration. I'm going to get on an on-ramp. Oh yeah, up to 50 really quick. I had to slow down. I've got a vehicle in front of me. I don't want to scare them. But yeah, she'll pick up her skirt and really run along. So, up next, my exterior review, followed there shortly by Nathan's interior review, and we're going to show you this beautiful vehicle. So, stay tuned. As the longest running nameplate in automotive history at 85 years, Suburban established the segment and remains a trusted partner for customers who need maximum space. Indeed, Chevrolet says it's the most versatile and advanced Suburban ever, with more room in the second and third rows and up to 19% more cargo room than the previous Suburban. Yeah, and it's also beautiful. It's not just another SUV, it's life-sized, and you can take on the day and take it all with you. The new Suburban is available in 6 trim levels. There's the LS at $55,995, the LT at $60,795, the Z71 at $63,195, the RST. Then we come up to the Premier at $69,595, the High Country at $76,595. This is the 2021 Chevrolet Suburban Premier with all-wheel drive, and it's stickered at $77,050. It's presented here in Iridescent Pearl Tricoat, and it has a beautiful maple sugar colored leather interior. Now, it's powered by a 5.3 liter V8 with dynamic fuel management technology. It has direct injection and variable valve timing. It produces 355 horsepower and 383 pound-foot of torque. It also has the auto start stop and external engine oil cooler for long life. It's driven by a 10-speed automatic transmission with an external auxiliary transmission cooler. Now, out front we see just an absolute beautiful front end. I absolutely love it. This has the IntelliBeam automatic high beam on-off LED headlights, and it does have LED daytime running lamps. Now you have the large chrome grille with a Chevy bow tie, and it does have upper active aero grille shutters as well to help in the overall aerodynamics. It does have a body colored bumper, have the black lower intake with chrome trimmed splitter, and it does have the lower side bumper air curtains, and these actually are functional. Up top there's a laminated acoustic windshield, and this does have the Rain Sense automatic windshield wipers. Let's take a look around the side. Okay, these are beautiful. They're 20 by 9 polished aluminum wheels, and they are wrapped in 275/65R SL all-season tires. Now, it does have four-wheel disc with analog brakes, and they're 13-inch vented up front and 13.6-inch rear rotors. The front suspension is independent coilover shocks with stabilizer bar, with air ride adaptive suspension and magnetic ride control. The rear suspension is an independent multi-link with coilover shocks and stabilizer bar, with also the air ride adaptive suspension with the magnetic ride control. This does also have the AutoTrack 2-speed transfer case, and it has a 3.23 rear axle ratio. Now, I like the lower fixed assist steps or running boards, and they do have the chrome accent strip as well. These are heated power adjustable power folding outside mirrors with driver's side auto dimming. They have the integrated turn signal indicators, and they also have puddle lights, as well as on this trim level, you see it does have the chrome mirror caps. I like the body colored, or it's actually chrome door handles with the body colored strip. And of course, you get the deep tinted glass in all but the windshield and the front side windows. Up top, there's a panorama sunroof. It's powered sunroof. And you see along the side, it is the bright roof-mounted luggage rack rails. Let's take a look around back. Okay, out back, you see it does have the body-colored roof spoiler with the high-mount third brake light. I like that blacked-out D-pillar, and it gives it that floating roof look. This is a programmable hands-free power liftgate, and of course it has the deep tinted glass with the Chevy emblem logo projection on the ground at night when you open it up. It's also a heated rear window, and it does have up top here hidden an intermittent wiper with washer. I like this nice chrome tailgate trim with the Chevy bow tie and the individual Suburban lettering. This also does have the LED stop and tail lights, and I like this matte black bumper strip protector. And of course, you see below it has the body colored rear bumper with black lower rub strip, and it has a satin chrome trim. And you see below that it does have a dual exhaust system with dual twin polished stainless steel tips. They look really cool. And of course, there's a spare tire mounted underneath the frame at the rear of the vehicle. Now, this is power liftgate. Let's take a look inside at our cargo area. The new Suburban does offer best-in-class max cargo volume with 19% more cargo space than the previous generation. So maximum cargo volume behind the first row, all seats folded back here, 144.7 cubic feet. Maximum cargo room behind the second row, 93.8 cubic feet. And as you see it right now, behind the third row, 41.5 cubic feet. Cargo floor length to the first row, to the sill, 105.4 inches. Cargo floor length to the second row, to the sill, 72.2 inches. And as you see it here, to the third row, to the sill, 38.2 inches. Now, cargo width here at the belt line is 47 inches. Cargo width at the wheel houses is 49.4 inches. Cargo opening height, 33.5 inches. And liftover from the ground to getting your package in the truck, 36 inches. So, let's talk about some of the safety on this beautiful 2021 Suburban. You have StabiliTrak electronic stability control system with traction control. You have automatic emergency braking, hill descent control, hill start assist, forward collision alert, pedestrian braking, front and rear park assist, lane keeping assist, lane change alert with side blind zone alert. It has, one of my favorites is the rear cross safety alert. It also has rear pedestrian alert, and of course the ubiquitous OnStar, and so much more that you can get on this new Suburban. Now, options available for this Suburban are the advanced trailering system. You can also get the enhanced automatic emergency braking, an enhanced cooling radiator. You can get the hitch guidance with hitch view. Also, you can get part of that towing package. You can add on the integrated trailer brake controller. And then, of course, there is a suspension package and much more. So you want to check with your dealer or Chevrolet.com for more options. So let's talk now about the dimensions. Okay, front track is 68.5 inches, rear track 68.3 inches. Overall width, 81.1 inches. Overall length, 225.7 inches. Height, 75.7 inches. And it rides on a wheelbase of 134.1 inches. It has a ground clearance minimum of 8 inches, an approach angle of 24.5 degrees, a departure angle of 20 degrees, and a breakover angle of 16 degrees. Its curb weight, 5,939 pounds. Maximum payload, 1,750 pounds. Maximum towing with the 5.3, 8,100 pounds. Turning circle, 43.3 feet. Fuel tank capacity, 28 gallons. Okay, let's talk about safety. Well, This particular model has not yet been tested by NHTSA or IIHS. Performance, 0 to 60, 5.1 seconds. Standing quarter mile, 14.1 seconds. Top speed, 120 miles per hour. And braking, 60 to 0, 121 feet. Appearance, I love the bold stance and the long proportions. They add sophistication, and I like all the service details as well. So let's talk about dependability. Bumper to bumper, 3 years, 36,000 miles. Powertrain warranty, 5 years, 60,000 miles. Roadside assistance, 5 years, 60,000 miles. I just love looking at this. Let's talk about economy. You know, it is a big vehicle, but 15 city, 19 highway, and 17 combined. So overall, not bad. You got a lot of room in this vehicle. So that's my exterior review. If you've missed any of the information in my review, you can rewatch the video or check in the notes in the description down below. So now it's time to take a look at this beautiful interior, but before we do, please take a moment to give us a like, leave us a comment down below, and make sure to click on that subscribe button. So, Nate, I know you're chomping at the bit to show the folks this beautiful interior, so take it away.
All right, stepping on the inside of this beautiful vehicle, I do love the maple brown sugar leather color here, and I like the wood look on the trim. Up here, of course, you do have a two-person memory setting for your seats, as well as an easy exit. You do have standard power windows in the rear. You have auto up and down for the front. And then you have your window lockout, you have your power folding mirror, and then of course your left and right mirror controls along with the cursors. Up here you have your lock and unlock and lock buttons. And then down here you have a little extra storage. It's got a rubberized bottom to it. And then further down you've got bottle storage, and then a very big area for extra storage in the door. All right, the driver's seat is a 12-way power, including a 4-position lumbar. Moving on over here, you've got a nice footrest here. You got your foot pedals. You have your hood release right here. And then coming on up, you got a plethora of buttons up here. So this is your mode button. This is, of course, your 2-wheel drive, auto, and then 4 high, 4 low. This is your dashboard lights, bright and dimness. Of course, your headlamp switch here does have auto lights, including auto high beam. And then your trailer brake adjustment right here. Up here, you do have your electronic parking brake. You do have your lane keeping assist systems, your traction control on or off, your parking sensors on or off, and this does have front and rear parking sensors. Hill descent control, the auto start stop defeat button right there, and then you do have a button here to turn on one of the outlets. Over here you do have a HUD display, and these are the buttons to control it, and I really like it when they put that right up front here. So you got, for the HUD display, you can raise it or lower it, you can change the info, or you can change the brightness or dimness of the HUD itself. This is a power tilt and telescope steering wheel, and that adjustment is right here. Now you do also have some infotainment buttons, some media buttons on this side of the steering wheel, and 2 on the other side as well. All right, let's hop in and see what this looks like. All right, it is a push start. Okay, so now we have done another video on the driver's information screen and the infotainment screen, and if you want to see detail of what's in both of those, click on the link above. So on the far right, you've got your TAC, and then you've got your speedometer on the right. And then, of course, up the whole middle is a digital driver's information screen. So everything in the middle is digital. And you've got several things. Of course, you've got your oil pressure, you've got your engine temperature, you've got your fuel gauge, and then, of course, your battery voltage, as well as an indicator of if you're in two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and so on. And then your sign reader up here. So you'll read the speed limit signs. And then down here you've got a main area here, and there's lots of things that you can adjust in there. And again, if you want to see that, click on the video above. All right, moving on back. To start with, on the left, there's only one stock on this system here, and it's on the left here, and it's all your windshield wiper stuff and your turn signals. Behind the steering wheel, there are double sets of buttons. I showed you on this side, but this side has them too. And basically what those do is the bottom one and the top one on the left will switch through different favorites. Okay, and then the one on the back on the right is your volume, so up and down. Okay, coming back to the steering wheel itself, this side is all your cruise control as well as your heated steering wheel. And there is a little red light or orange light that comes on, sorry. That's when the heated steering wheel is on. This is your gap setting for your adaptive cruise control. You've got set, resume, plus and minus, cancel, and then on or off. And then, of course, set and resume is just a rotary rubber dial right here. If you click and hold this for, I think it's 1.5 seconds, it'll take the adaptive cruise control out and just give you regular cruise control. And if you just press and hold it again, it'll give you adaptive cruise control. Over on the right, these buttons right here will control your driver's information screen. So the up and down is, again, a rotary on this kind of rubberized wheel, and then left and right is a click. You've got voice command, and then this button will not only hang up your phone, but will also work as a mute on your audio. All right, coming on down to the infotainment screen here. It's a beautiful screen. I believe it is it's a 10.2 inch screen, and it does have some physical buttons, although they're not located up here. They're down a little bit further. But this has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM satellite, HD radio, and navigation, and Bluetooth. And it is a 10-speaker Bose sound system. It's very, very, very nice. Over on the left of that, you've got push-button transmission, which I'm just not a fan of. I know it gets rid of a lot of stuff, but anyways, it's a push for park, a pull for reverse, a pull for drive, a push for neutral, and then the low is also a push, and then you got plus or minus here. Now, down below that is where you have some physical controls for the infotainment screen. You've got power on off and volume. And then with this button here, you can rotate and go through some of the apps, and then you can click to select. So instead of using the touch screen, you can basically use this. You've got a skip backwards, skip forwards. You've got a home button and a back button. This is a dummy button, nothing there. What I wish they would put there is a front camera button, but they don't have that. That's in the infotainment screen. All right, before we get down to the climate control, I do want to show you the cameras. So if I go to home and I swipe over one, you can get to all the cameras. So right now, we've got a bird's eye view here plus the front camera. So if I do this, you got dynamic swivel guidelines, which is very, very nice. And all of these down here represent different views of the camera. This one has to do with turning on and off your guidelines. Okay, so the front dot, if it's lit up yellow, means you're looking out the front camera, and if you push it again, you're looking out the rear camera. And the double dots work the same way wherever they occur. Okay, but just a really, really nice system. This is a tri-zone auto climate control system, and of course it's just a rotary dial to change the temperatures on both sides. The physical sync button is right here, which is, I really like that. You've got all of your standard climate control buttons right here, including an on, off, and a fan. Okay, and then you do have your auto temperature setting button right here. Now down below, you have heated and ventilated seats. And the first button, if it's pushed, they're all three stages, will heat the back and the bottom of your seat. The second button will only heat the back of your seat. And then the third button, of course, is a ventilated fan that will ventilate your seat. And it's the same on both driver and passenger. That turns the whole rear climate off completely. Okay, turn it on, it comes back on. Now, if I push this button, rear climate controls come up in the screen. And you do have some options, including a lockout where the back passengers can't change the temperature. Down below that, You have double USB ports, and these will connect to your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. And then you do have a 12-volt outlet, as well as a nice large wireless charging pad for your phone. Coming back, you have nice dual cup holders. They got little rubber bumps inside of them, which help to grip the different size cups as you put them in, as well as a nice rubberized pass-through in case you want to use that to lay something else in. All right, to get this open, it's a push button. It's located right in the front here. It's just a push in, and you pull up. And of course, you've got a massive storage area here. You do have an LED light that shines down from the cover inside. This is removable. And then you've got just a massively deep, I mean, you could fit a gallon of milk plus in there. And again, you've got two USBs. These are charge only. And then the SD card will be what is running your navigation. Moving over to the dashboard, we'll start right here. You got your hazard buttons here. And then this is a little door. You got to pinch this to open it up. And you got a little storage area in there. The glove compartment is a dampened opening, and it is not felt lined or anything, but it is decently large. Moving on up, you do have an auto-dimming electronic rear view mirror. So if I flip like this way, you go just to a regular mirror, and if I click the day-night switch, it switches to digital. All right, up on the ceiling here, we do have some of your safety things. You have your SOS, you have your OnStar here, and then, of course, your passenger bag, airbag indicator. Then this does have a panoramic sunroof. So this is your shade button right here. Then this is the slide, and this is the tilt. Okay, and then up here you got your reading lamps, which are just a push. They are LED. You got your 3 home link buttons. And then right here, you have your automatic release for folding for the third row. Now, not only can you fold them, but you can raise them, which is the best part to me. All right, and then up here, you can turn on or off your dome lights when the doors open or not. This one is the adjustment for how high your tailgate opens when you open it automatically. Okay. Back here on the sun visors, and they do have dual lights on the sides, and if you take them out, they are telescoping on both sides. All right, let's step in and see the second row. All right, stepping into the second row, one of the things I just absolutely love about the new Suburbans is the fact that the seats slide. Okay, the door itself is just like the front door. You got beautiful the maple brown sugar leather up here. You've got your window switch, your lock and unlock buttons. And then, of course, really the same setup as the driver's door. So you got the rubberized storage here, the bottle storage, and then extra storage back here. All right, so moving in, right now I have the seat adjusted all the way back, so there's like a foot of room. Okay, the driver's seat's where I left it, so if I grab this and I bring it up to say it like right here, that's still very comfortable for me. I've got about 3 inches of space. So I'm going to leave it here so when I get into the third row, we have an idea of what it's like. Cup holders up here for the passengers. And then this is where the passengers would control the third part of the tri-zone auto climate control. You got fan control, you got temperature control. Both of the second row seats are 3-stage heated. Those buttons are right there. And then you do have USB-Cs right here. And then, of course, you have an auto. You can turn your climate control to auto, and you can change the mode as to where the air blows. Down here is the outlet. I mentioned before there's a switch on the left of the steering wheel where you can turn that switch on, that outlet on or off, and that is for this outlet. And I like it that it's 3 prongs. So you can plug in a computer or something else. All right, so I adjusted this seat so I was comfortable in the second row. Honestly, I've got more room in the third row. I could come back a couple inches, I'd still have plenty of room. You've got air vent controls in the ceiling, one for each of the outboard seats. You've got reading lamps back here. You've got a cup holder and a little storage area on each side. And you do have a USB charging port on each side as well. The seats themselves are comfortable. But honestly, I have to say, I mean, wow. There's a surprising amount of space back here. This might be the first time I say this, but I think an adult could be fairly comfortable on here on almost any ride. The seats are a little firmer than the rest of the seats in the vehicle, but wow, what an impressive change. Really, really like it. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching.
Okay, and my favorite thing is I love these dual exhaust and the sound from those. Absolutely beautiful. I like how inside, if you can see that, they're perforated. Beautiful on that dual rear exhaust. That is my favorite thing.
All right, so my favorite thing on this truck, amongst many things, is the fact that the rear seats, or the second row seats, finally slide. And it's just, you got oodles of adjustment and room. My favorite thing.